Hi and welcome to this week's very special Inbound Debate. We're at the LAC, London Affiliate Conference, and I am joined by Nick Pateman, Marketing Director of Inbound, and our special guest this week, Adam Grunberg from Searchable.co.uk.
Hello.
Now this week we're going to be talking about mobile advertising. Specifically, Google released one of its quarterly updates in revenue, I think maybe a month or a couple months ago. And what was notable was that searches had increased, however revenue had fallen, mainly because the searches that had increased was mobile, and Google's not making as much money from mobile. So the first question that I'm going to ask you guys, I'm going to start off with you, Adam, is where do we feel like the state of mobile advertising is right now?
Okay, so Google just released a new product on AdWords called Enhanced Campaigns. And that allows you to improve management of your campaign so that you can put mobile, desktop and tablet in the same campaign. Previously you had to create different unique campaigns where you're copying and pasting the same advertising materials. So now advertisers have more control, they can run the same mobile campaign as online, and I think that's, you know, a big step.
Do you think that's a good big step forward? What about you? Where do you feel like, specifically though, like with mobile advertising now, where do you feel like we're at? Like as a webmaster, do you feel like we're utilising it?
Yeah, well, it's a lot cheaper at the moment, of course, but this whole thing is making it more expensive. A lot of people are complaining. It also is giving advertisers less control over individual campaigns, where before they had like to do a special like mobile campaign, a special tablet campaign, but now it's all just like converging into one. Which actually Will Critchlow mentioned in a hangout the other day, how in the future, and I do agree with him, in the future things won't be divided up between mobile, tablet, desktop. It will just converge. I think we're going more and more down that route, as Google's just shown recently. But mobile advertising, what was your question again? Sorry about...
Like, where do you think the state is right now? I mean, like, where are we in the mobile advertising market? As in, are we at the point where we're monetizing it well? Or, like, do you feel like there's still, like, a lot of room?
Absolutely. Mobile, I mean, the internet has barely been scratched.
I know, but like,
let alone mobile. Like,
for instance, I'd say like, you know, like desktop advertising. While, you know, there's always going to be new things.
Yeah.
I feel like we've mastered it.
Yeah, no, mobile advertising hasn't been mastered. I mean, even recently, Google had these pop-ups come up on mobile ads. Or actually, I think on their Google Play Store apps, where the bottom little ad came up right down at the bottom of the app. And people were misclicking it, people were mispressing a lot.
Yeah.
And they fiddled with it, and they kind of found that actually if they just made a small space of that ad, that was clickable. Yeah. So they're still tweaking things.
I mean, one of the issues with mobile advertising is that if you advertise in apps, you can't use cookies or third-party cookies, which are really important for advertisers to get user data on you.
Yeah.
So there's been suggestions that apps could start using fingerprint identification as a form of tracking users, and also tracking which phone you're using, which is, you know, it's quite interesting.
I hadn't heard of that.
But like, this is the sort of thing, and I guess this kind of leads me on to our next question, because I think we kind of agree, and I know that I've spoken to you before about it, Adam, that like at the moment mobile ads are quite annoying. No one really wants an advert.
Yeah.
And what I want to ask is my second question is, where do we feel there's room for evolution? Like, where do we feel that mobile advertising is going to go? And what sort of opportunities are there for people running mobile ads or building that sort of...
Graph search, I'd say. I think the new platforms, I mean, Google, Facebook I think are doing a good job already. Well, in the sense that they do lots of advertising. Every time I go to the app, the first, or the second post is always an ad. And it's always quite targeted to me, so it's never like that intrusive. But I think their aggressive approach is probably the best way, because people just love Facebook. They won't give up Facebook just because of a few ads. They might move to Google Plus, but that's only because they're not advertising yet, which eventually will.
I mean, well, part of Google's enhanced ads campaign is that they've launched a new extension, Click to Call, so that if you're a supplier or business in a local nearby area, when you search for that, it'll show your phone number and you'll be able to click to call directly. And Google's also set up conversion tracking, so that if you call them up, then they can, you know, put that down as conversion, so you can analyse your campaigns, which you couldn't do previously.
I mean, I think that's really like a good point. Like, I'm going to weigh in on this because I quite enjoy mobile advertising. I really enjoy the fact that it's such a young industry, and I think what we see now has a lot of time to evolve.
Absolutely.
For me, some big opportunities. are push notifications from apps. So you say that you can't like track third-party cookies and data, but what you can do is push people to a piece of media or a website through downloading your app. I also think for e-commerce sites, there's functionality which will allow one-click pay, which a lot of people don't use right now. But you can actually pay through premium rate. Through premium WAP or premium text. Like this one-click pay really hasn't been utilised, but it's super easy on mobile.
E-commerce on mobile was really difficult. Maybe only just like 2 or 3 years ago, people had a real hard time buying stuff online through their mobile, and now it's just, as you say, one click. You don't need a desktop to kind of manage that.
The one drawback to mobile advertising is that you've got to be very careful with user data, because the regulators are pushing hard on your mobile sort of usage. Because on your mobile, you've got a lot more personal data, your friends, where you are, your location, what you do, what you search, as opposed to desktop usage, which is more sort of workload. So they have to be a lot more careful in terms of mobile advertising, what sort of user data.
I mean, I think kind of. Like, I know we can't go on much longer because this has kind of already gone over like time, but I think with mobile, the way that it's monetized is going to be a lot different to desktop. I don't think it's going to be the standard like push ads in your face and hope you notice them. I think click to call that you mentioned, amazing. I think apps, we haven't even looked at like how we can monetize apps. Like we look at in-app purchases, that's not even a big thing. You can have app subscriptions, things like that, one-click pay. So I think mobile as an industry really excites me because we're at the beginning of it.
I think it's a lot more time-based marketing. I mean, I was just emailed recently by Sales Gossip, which have launched a new entrepreneurial business where they can show you offers from fashion stores that are in your location in real time. And I think that's probably the future of mobile marketing. It's real-time marketing, where you are, location and time.
Absolutely.
Small screens, big display ads don't go down so well.
Well, thank you very much, guys. Again, this has been Adam Grumwell from searchable.co.uk, Nick Pateman, Marketing Director of Inbound, and I've been James McFarlane. And I'll see you next week. Bye.